He is the epitome of what we should look for in a character. His worth is in a perfect state of zen, and that's what players hate the most. Everyone loves a broken unit and love to hate a bad unit. But today, we will be taking a deeper look at the Masterclass in Immaculate Balance, Kamisato Ayato. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. It's your Slime King, Dojima Man, and welcome to another video. I'm sure you're wondering why there's this human there with the Slime King. Well, this was taken from a stream over at twitch.tv/DojimaMan, and no, I did not pull for Ayato. Look at my ping, fool. This account is from Yaksha, a viewer that so graciously let me use his account to get a feel of Ayato. Much gratitude. Alright, back to the video.
Everything's in place and they've taken the bait. Yes. Now to start with.
Kamisato Ayato is a Hydro Sword unit that has yet another infusion skill baked into his E. His role in the team is quite clear by now. The heavy comparison to Childe makes us understand his kit more so than any other unit released to this date. You see, Ajax is a very complicated character that to this day, some people still misunderstand. He has strict timings that make him inflexible with rotations in his teams. He is also so broken in international that you wouldn't want to use him in any other team. That is both a good thing and a bad thing. While Ayato basically tries to fix all those things, Ayato is so simple and straightforward to use that no matter the team you put him in, he will feel orgasmic to play. Yeah. Kind of looks like a freaking, man, an uncircumcised motherfucking dick. I said it. I said it, man. It feels like whoever circumcised the freaking outfit forgot to stitch in the final things in this. I've said that many times before, and my mind has not changed at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. I am not gonna go in depth with Ayato's kit whatsoever in this video. Let's be clear with that, as there's literally nothing to dissect. His E is 15 or so slashes and applies Hydro every 3 slashes. His burst is basically a Hydro version of Ganyu's burst, but lesser damage. The cooldown on his E barely matters as you rotate to the other members of your team anyway before starting your skill again. There's not much nuance to the Boba Man himself, but there can be some nuances in how you double swirl Pyro and Hydro in Boba National. Spoilers, very hard unless you Gooba swirl, and whether or not you should snapshot his burst or not. These are rotational intricacies that, honestly speaking, I wouldn't bother with anyway. You could get away with not having this Shogunate freaking shoulder helm, right? And then you could just have it a plain motherfucking dude, you know? What does this really add? Except, what? To alert them that you're a freaking head of a Kamisato clan? Do you even want to do that? Do you want to announce to the world that you're a Kamisato, the head of the Kamisato Commission or whatever? Doesn't that attract more Sneznayan assassins? Not like you, of course you can handle it yourself, but like, it's fine. But like, come on, man. Yeah. That's because Kamisato Ayato feels good no matter what team you actually put him in. Can you further maximize his damage with some hard to pull off tech? Or force yourself to swirl Hydro to make Ayato do a big number? Hell yes you can. But at the end of the day, it freaking doesn't matter. You see, the major difference between Ayato and Childe is that Childe requires double swirling and bursting his vape under Bennett's burst to be considered broken. But outside of his best team, Childe just doesn't feel as good to play anymore, while Ayato on the other hand just feels good to play anywhere. Now don't get me wrong, when Tartaglia is good, he is motherfrickin' broken. But when he is not, he can feel underwhelming. Kamisato Ayato feels good all the time, but he never feels broken. And I think that is a good thing. He can take a cue from freaking Xiangling. Xiangling is the most normal and boring looking character in the game, and yet he's Teyvat's best pyro DPS, and also a protege of the Stove God, who by the way is the strongest god in all of freaking Liyue, and then she's also the best chef in Liyue, and she looks like trash, you know? Which is why I think nobody notices her and no one tries to assassinate her. And she'll probably be the next freaking Pyro Archon. I mean, a Geo Archon, you know? What if Xiangling becomes the next Geo Archon and then her Pyronado suddenly deals geo damage. This opens up more potential comps that are fun to play. He is good in your traditional vape teams, aka Boba National. He is good in all variations of Taser. He is good in freeze teams. Hell, he is good in mono hydro teams. But none of these teams are what most players would consider meta. And none of these teams in terms of DPS best any of the top meta teams out there today. To some extent, that is enough to be dissatisfied with Ayato. While the truth is more simple than that. Kamisato Ayato's balance is truly immaculate. This is the type of unit all of you should want Hoyoverse to release. He fits into every team. He is fun to play. His skill gives you the same sense of satisfaction as Kazuha's E, then Plunge. And the best thing about all of this is that he doesn't replace anyone in a comp. He is simply another fun alternative. He's not like Yaimiko that has clunkiness and role issues. He's not like Shenha or Ito that is too niche. He's not like his sister Ayaka, who is too good in freeze teams. He is perfectly balanced. He represents the symbol of choice, the symbol of hope that if Hoyoverse keeps releasing characters like him, we would end up with a game chock full of characters that we can mix and match in. Sure, there will be better options than others, but that doesn't mean that you will be fully incapable of clearing with the other characters. What we should aspire for isn't power creep. It's the immaculate smile that Kamisato Ayato has plastered all over his goddamn face.